Man, I don't want our subscribers or my pod brothers to ever feel like I'm an ignorant person, like I don't listen. Last week they gave me a lot of problems about, I had the Nuggets on, I ain't have no Bengals gear on. They thought I was tucking tail and stuff. So let me see if I can get that logo straight right there in the camera. All right, let me see. Oh, I got that one. Okay, all right, we good, we good. Mark, what's up, man?
What's good? What's good with you?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Feeling
You
good.
good? You
Yeah, I'm
good?
feeling good. Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
God.
I
Should have turned that air on.
Mhm.
Good.
Probably should. Probably should.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, you said. I mean, you got a hoodie on. I would think it would probably be a little hot.
man, you right. I do got a hoodie on. You right. Hold up.
Yeah,
Give
that's
me a second, y'all.
okay.
Give me a
Mm,
second.
mm.
My fault. You right.
Yeah, still got the hoodie on.
Yep. My bad, man. I know this holding us up. We got a show to do. We
No, I
gotta
mean,
get started,
I'm
man.
just, I'm just trying to make sure you good. Like I know you, like you said, you was hot. You had on
Yeah,
layers.
man. Gotta
I
get
mean,
comfortable for
you
this
gotta throw that.
episode. This is a
You
big
gotta,
this is a big
throw
episode,
it away at some point.
This is a big episode.
Yeah,
This is
yeah. Every episode's a big episode. You know, we big
yeah.
we big and oncoming right now.
Yeah, but this one a little bigger, you know what I mean? How,
Yeah.
how was your week, man? What's up?
I mean,
What happened
I
in
mean,
football this week? Let's get it.
I
We had
mean, my week was good. You know,
had to switch the cup up on them.
yeah, my week was good. You know, got my second dub in fantasy football.
Oh, you want to talk about fantasy? Okay, okay.
Uh, yeah, I got my second dub in fantasy football. Actually won. Oh, actually won twice this week in fantasy.
And you beat me.
Uh, yeah. You know, I was actually shocked by that one. I can't say that I was shocked by that one.
I was too. That team was horrible. But
Yeah.
Ashton, whew, that team was bad.
Hey. Ashton Genty did exactly what I needed him to do. Nothing.
Four
But
points.
yeah, he gave you 4 points. And then Darren Waller. Darren Waller was the player that I needed you to
Oh,
play.
0 points.
Yeah, he was the one I needed. I figured he wasn't gonna do nothing just because it's Miami. But I said last episode, I was like, we need to stop talking about Miami. And I'm here I go starting with the shots.
I'm not
Uh
shooting no shots in Miami today. I don't want no smoke on this episode. I'm
I'm
more
sorry,
focused on the
but
AFC North.
hey, IT set you up. You gotta do it because I'm not doing it. But to jump into the thing that I know you want me to touch on.
What's that?
Um, can we start IT? Like we can go ahead and jump on into this because I honestly want to like we could do the player of the week afterwards, but we about to have a whole this man here he go. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I just it was a good
Point
game.
blank. Period.
It was a good game. Point blank period, like you said.
Welcome to Point Blank Period, Point Blank Period,
Point blank. Period.
Point blank period.
Point Blank Period. No pressure.
Can't have a baseball conversation without bringing up Otani.
He's a great pitcher and a power hitter. Yo, this man's top five.
I'm still taking today's NFL.
I'm going with the Niners.
None of them are better than Brady.
This is your argument?
No, what I'm saying is, who's MVP? Do they not matter no more?
Like, everything you said before that point is irrelevant.
Not how the NFL works, baby.
We drafted your replacement already. So
Whoa. I don't got to talk to no peon.
Why not just come back and prove?
This time he's really going off. Fireworks.
Because we can't argue facts. What I told you when you got involved with this.
This
Grown man
is
business. Grown man business.
Welcome to Point Blank Period Podcast, the best sports podcast, Point Blank Period. This is episode 27, halftime. This is the halftime, so let the show begin. Right now, I'm going to step to the side and let my co-hosts introduce their stuff. I'm going to start with you, Mr. KD, finish with Mr. Amari. It's on you, Mr. KD.
What's up, people? Mari, what's up, man? I'm just making sure my pod brother's good. That's all I care about right now. As long as you straight, I'm perfect.
I'm straight, man. Straight. Got to bounce back. like I said, since we started now, we passed everything. Everybody got warmed up. First off, I didn't introduce myself. What's good, Pod family? Shouldn't really need an introduction. Y'all should know who I am if y'all been here from the beginning. But the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is horrible.
Hold up.
With all the money that's spread, with the most expensive defense in the NFL, this Steelers defense is horrible.
Mm.
I watched the game and I seen it. Like that last drive, the touchdown to Pat Frymouth, I said, oh yeah, that's it. And then looked at the time, just knowing my defense, I was like, yeah, it's too much. Because they're literally terrible. Like Terrell Austin is horrendous.
Gosh, man.
And if
Let me mute myself real quick.
I feel like his job should have already been called for, but this game was a statement.
Hey, hold on one second.
I'm skipping
Hold on
question
one
one.
second. Hold on one second. Hey, Mr. KD.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. How you doing? How about you?
You good? So we're gonna get to the first question.
No. I think with your
Hold on.
monologue done.
No, we ain't skipping that. Ain't nothing changed but the day of the week. We'll get to our first question.
I wouldn't let him cut me off like that.
I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari. Who's your player of the week? It's on you, Mr. Amari.
I can give you the not so players of the week, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers defense.
Oh, he's still there.
Yeah, I'm staying there. We gave KD his rant when his team won't doing nothing. I'm gonna give you my rant when my defense ain't doing nothing.
He's an honorable man. That's why I muted myself.
My defense ain't doing nothing. We paid all this money for whom at this point? Terrell Austin, you've had the same weapons, and honestly, we gave you I would say a bit more versatile weapon. Even though I think we sent Minka to Miami to die. We gave you Jalen Ramsey, who was willing to play corner and safety, and sat the same.
Miami.
Yeah, I did. I said I wasn't gonna do it, and I still ended up doing it. But we give you Jalen Ramsey, and sad to say, you called your card before the game came. You spent all training camp asking. They was like, "Oh, we got 3 number 1 corners. Who gonna take number 1 from Cincy?" And then you say, "Oh yeah, that's me." And when the time come, and you got abused and used. I watched the game, and I'm pretty sure 12 of them 16 came against you, including that touchdown.
Nah, Darius Slay got some sauce too.
Darius Slay got at least 3 on him. I know Joey Porter got a few on. So it's like each one of y'all got a little bit. Y'all all got a set. Pause.
Buffet line.
Y'all all got a little taste.
Buffet line, yeah.
But it's and I honestly don't know what you're doing with Darius Slay. I don't know what you're doing. I mean, he's good when the time comes. Joey Porter coming off an injury, and this is your first matchup. Not really so built for that. But Terrell Austin got to go. And now this leads into the player of the week, and I will give him his credit when it's due.
I like
Ja'Marr Chase.
I like this segment.
16 catches, 161 touchdowns. I mean, I said 61 touchdowns. I mean, shit, he probably will have it eventually. But 161 yards and a touchdown. It's like I said, buffet line. 7-Eleven, always open. Said it 2 years ago, and he still stands. Jahmyr Gibbs, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 catches, 38 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs is one of the premier all-around backs in the NFL. Still a young running back. I think his ceiling is still yet to be tapped. I think he'll be great for the Lions in the years to come. And then a name I can honestly say we could have said numerous times this year, and we would have said numerous times in years before. Chris McCaffrey, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns, 72 yards receiving on 7 catches. Um, Outstanding game from him. Of course, being the focal point of that San Francisco offense. He's of course the number one I would call all around back, just do it all, Swiss Army knife, and it still shows to today. And then Mr. Patrick Mahomes back at the top. Only played 3 quarters and shut out the Raiders. I didn't necessarily have his stat line written down, but I do want to give him his credit when it's due,
286.
showing like the top quarterback that he is.
3 touchdowns.
You said what? 286 for 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
In 3 quarters.
in 3 quarters. He's showing that he's coming back to being that guy, especially now being able to have Rashee Rice back at his disposal. This is it. The Chiefs might be back. Katie, what you got?
Yeah, he definitely kicking that door in, man. He's back, and the Chiefs, as he's returned, the Chiefs have returned as well, and they've gotten healthier. So Mahomes was on my list. I think, of course, Jamar Chase was on my list. Micah Parsons with his 3-sack performance, I had him up there.
First 3-sack performance in his career as well.
Yeah, to give some shine to. I don't know what they were thinking, leaving him one-on-one with Jonah Williams that many times. But if that's what you practiced and focused on all week, then you deserve what you got. And they didn't make an adjustment from it either. So Micah Parsons ate that game. Matthew Stafford, old man Matt. 5 tutties. You got to shout out Devontae because he got 3 of them, but he got 5. Matthew Stafford didn't even take 200 yards. He was under 20 yards, but to get in there, throw it in the end zone 5 times, you got to have an honorable mention, at least in this argument. But, you went to one Bengal for the player of the week, and I went to another Bengal for the player of the week. Oh, man, Joe. 342 with 3 touchdowns. They said he was too old. Cleveland benched him. He was done. What's this? The icy hot ball. Well, shout out to both quarterbacks first, though, because both quarterbacks played well. Outside of the 2 turnovers that Aaron Rodgers had, they was really throwing the ball.
Controversial one.
Which one?
That Jordan Battle one. That was not. He ain't have maintained possession of that ball.
Nah,
but I mean, hey, the stat count. So he got his pick, but that was controversial.
Both of the old guys were throwing around the board, but I got Joe Flacco with the player of the week for me because it's a little bit of bias. I'm tired of picking Patrick Mahomes. I picked him, I think, 2 of the last weeks, and I was ready to pick him the 3rd week, and then I looked at Flacco and said, "Nah, I could slide you in here this week." So I'm going with Flacco for player of the week for me.
You know what? I got one more, just to double dip on this game. Pat Freiermuth.
Oh my gosh, you're doing so good.
It was there, and I counted him out. I said, you can see by the pace of this game, he's getting worked out of the offense. He'll probably end up being a trade candidate. And then he goes off for 5 catches, 111 yards, and 2 touchdowns. You can't, I mean, sad to say, as much as I would want to dismiss that type of talent to bring in somebody else, he's also another weapon that you have at your disposal on offense. And if you see this as a year to compete, I don't see a reason in not keeping that type of talent. But I definitely called it before the game and said that he was starting to get worked out of the offense. So shout out to him.
Darnell?
No, Pat Freiermuth.
I'm saying for who? For Darnell Washington?
Darnell and Jonnu. Jonnu's been taking more snaps, and Darnell has been playing a lot more as well. And Pat has not been getting targets. So the fact that Pat got targeted 5 times in this game, and then, like I said, 111 yards and 2 touchdowns, I feel like he'll be even more of a focal point moving forward into the offense.
No, well, he always get off against us, so I don't see that side of it, the working out of the offense. He always go crazy against us. Just like Chris Boswell. I'm still waiting for him to miss against Cincinnati. I really want to fact check that. I don't think he's ever missed against us.
I want to say he did miss because he slipped.
When?
Oh, did he make that when he slipped?
What, this past game?
Yeah.
I don't remember a miss. I might have missed the play, but no, I don't remember no miss.
Well,
I hope he did.
Going since we're leading into question 2, and we want to talk about it all over again.
Go ahead, talk about it.
Terrell Austin need to go. I ain't got no more to say. Terrell
Oh.
Austin needs to go. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers defensive court, and it's crazy.
We are
And I'm gonna
through
bring
7 weeks.
I'm gonna bring this up just for the fun of it. Right after the game, you wanna know where I went for the weekend?
Where?
I was waiting for them boys to get off that plane. I was in Pittsburgh. Had some words to say.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna get to the next topic. Now, I mean, you know, it's half past time. Hey, Mr. KD, it's half past time, Mr. KD. It's half past time. We're gonna really get there. And I'm gonna start with you since you the winner. You know what I mean? I don't know if you got another jersey on. Pull it out. You know what I mean? It's on you.
Nah.
Steelers lose to the Bengals. It's on you, Mr. KD. This your time.
They lost? Dang.
Yes, sir.
First, I want to segue right because you was right where we need to be as far as talking about this defense, Pittsburgh defense. Through 7 weeks, only 7 weeks, I've heard you dog the defense, praise them, and dog them again. So which one is it? One moment you say we're the best defense, then you say you're the worst defense. Now you want the coach fired. Where do you stand right now?
I've been wanting the coach fired. The coach needed to be fired. They were a good defense for all of 2 to 3 weeks, and that was in those 2 to 3 weeks that they were getting turnovers. And then I think one of those 3 weeks we were on bye, so you can't really lose then. So yeah, it was 2 games. They managed to get I believe we accumulated about 11 to 12 turnovers. So yeah, I had to at that moment.
Still the same defense though.
Still the same defense, but the same defense won't. They didn't allow 342 passing yards and 3 touchdowns with no interceptions. Because anybody that played in those 2 weeks or in those 2 to 3 weeks, like I said, you threw a pick, you had a fumble, you had a turnover. There was no turnovers in this game, so you didn't get takeaways. The name of the game on defense is when you get tips and overthrows, you got to get those. You need those. Anytime the running back, anytime there's a gang tackle, you need to punch at the ball. They coach that, or at least they should. That is why I'm calling for Terrell Austin's job. There's only certain players that are doing some things. I mean, of course, you can point it at the players, but at a certain point, you have to look at it as like, all right, I mean, everything has to be taught. If you're not teaching them, they're not going to do it. So
why can't we just get credit for hushing TJ Watt? You know what I mean? Why my man Amarius Mims can't get a credit shout out to him for holding up against TJ Watt throughout the game outside of that one half a sack play he made with Cam Hayward late in the game? I think my O-line just played a good game this past Thursday.
I'm not going to discredit that. I would say your O-line definitely, as we talked about all last week, the mentality of the fact or the overall just aggression between the two teams, being that it is such a big rivalry between the two franchises, it came into the game that way. And that's how your O-line established the run, which led for a big game for Chase Brown.
9.8 for
yes. He has trust and believe, have him on my fantasy team.
Came into the game averaging 2.4.
Yeah, I'm gonna say came into the game averaging under 3 to leave that game almost averaging 10. It might be on him. It's like, yeah, bro, you had a hell of a game, but no, that's a mentality up front. They opened the lanes for you. They made it so it was that they parted the Red Sea for you. So it's not much you can really say besides it was a mentality going into that game. Y'all came in riding a high horse and got smacked in the mouth. You beat the brakes off of Cleveland and it was like, oh yeah, we run in the North, like, and I can't say, like I was too. And you got smacked in the mouth. You can call it a trap game. I feel like it was a lesson.
Yeah, we 2-0 in the division. We run the North right now.
So yeah. Again, Terrell Austin needs to be fired. Hashtag this video that. TA.
Shout out T. Higgins, 6 receptions, 96 yards, and a tutty as well. Just putting that out there. Everything else we touched on.
So Mr. Murray, I'm gonna get to you. We're gonna go with our 4-week recap. We got Wentz going back to his old team, a young quarterback duo, old teammates, as the Bears claw past the Saints, while Kamara becomes the first player in Saints history with 12,000 all-purpose yards. Mahomes only played 3 quarters as Andy Reid get his first shutout. So y'all speaking about that a little earlier about putting him as the player of the game. The player of the week, which he could have had if he played the 4th quarter, but he only played 3. Mr. KD, Miami still look awful. They still look awful. Fields finally bench and having a perfect May. Drake only missing 2 passes as the Patriots win. And then the Monday Night Lights is on you, Mr. Amari.
Fields ain't the only one that got benched, right? I can't say who, but somebody else got benched too.
Who else got benched?
I can't say it this episode.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's leave those guys alone. But I feel like Carson Wentz puts up remotely good performances against his former team every time. Of course, when he was on Washington, he had a pretty good outing against them. But this week, he actually had a very clear chance to win this game, and it just kind of fell short of it. I'm not gonna say that Philadelphia has started to get their offense, or at least their passing game in order, but they definitely seemed a bit more on cue this past week against Minnesota. Whether that's just to the fact that Minnesota having, I would say, not so good corners, but at least subpar to the caliber of which AJ Brown and Devontae Smith are, outside of Isaiah Rodgers. Don't let me shamble his name. Defensive Player of the Year candidate right there.
MVP.
Another MVP campaign. You got to say that for later. You got to say that for later. That's a later segment. But Carson Wentz played a good game, although it ultimately led in the loss. I feel like Minnesota still has some sees something in him until JJ McCarthy comes back, so that'll be pretty well for them. At least, and to lead into the former teammates into now future opponents, Spencer Rattler and Caleb Williams both showed they showed the former Oklahoma fans what they were all dreaming of back in college. You got to see both of your premier 5-star quarterbacks who were once in your program and ultimately did depart, go, and you get to see them in action in the NFL at, I would call, their best. Spencer Rattler going 20 for 32, 233 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 picks. And Caleb Williams having 15 completions, 15 for 26, 172 yards, and an interception. Neither did exceptionally well, but they did, however, manage to get their weapons and playmakers involved in the run game. Primarily, DeAndre Swift went for 19 carries, 124 yards, and 1 touchdown, averaging 6.5 yards per carry. And Kyle Monangai with 13 carries, 81 yards, and 1 touchdown, averaging 6.2 yards per carry. With the Bears, and as far as Spencer Rattler in New Orleans, him being able to actually pass the ball, and as IT already stated, get Kamara to eclipse that 12,000 yard career mark, exclusive club of his own. Spencer Rattler was actually able to get Chris Olave and even more so Juwan Johnson involved in their game. Chris Olave going for 5 catches, 98 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and Juwan Johnson going for 5 catches, 78 yards. Ultimately, just spreading the ball around, letting everybody kind of have a piece of the game, and trying to bring some type of light into this New Orleans offense. Katie, you got anything to speak on so far?
Nah, man, I just love when you go first on this topic. You make it so easy for me. I can just hit my points and get up out of here. So were you done, or
I
you
mean,
just going to segue?
we still got Fields and Drake May to talk about, but yeah, you can go ahead.
Oh yeah, you could take that over. Wentz, man, Wentz with 313, 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. The turnovers didn't really give the direct picture of his performance. Wentz wasn't horrible. His interceptions were at horrible times, but he wasn't horrible. He was good enough, and of course they only lost by 6, so they still were in the game at the end of it. Mahomes with his latest performance, he's pushed himself into the MVP candidacy easily, and not only just pushed himself because he always finds his way into it. He's kicked the door down, and we can argue about that later where he stands in the pecking order for that award. My third topic, like I said, I can't state which quarterback didn't finish the game, but I can say his stat line. He had 100 yards passing, 0 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. That whoever's stat lines fits that didn't finish the game, and a rookie got in and finished it up for him. And he didn't play that bad actually. So it opens the door for next week to see what happened. But like you said, you going into Drake May, he was laying some dimes. He put up a good performance. Drake May might be the real deal. He's kind of giving me that Bo Nix feel I got last year, but I got to see how that plays out because Bo Nix not looking as certain as I thought he was last year.
So just
you know what quarterback got benched?
I do. I know 2 of them, but I'm leaving them people alone, man. They in a tough time right now. But being that you left off on Drake May and off in the AFC East, I'm gonna start back right there. Drake May had a perfect game. Well, semi-perfect. 91.3%, only missing 2 completions. That's a perfect game by any quarterback in my opinion. And that 91.3% is the best completion percentage in New England Patriots franchise history. Yes, that is the organization that hosted Tom Brady for 20 years. And he did better than him. But this shows them, or at least gives New England this. It definitely gives New England this hope that, I would think even more so, they can see it now. Drake May is their franchise guy, or at least who they sought to be their franchise guy. I mean, of course, they had these same hopes with Mac Jones a few years ago when he took them to the playoffs, but Drake May seems to be legit. Now to head over to East Rutherford and talk about the Jets. Justin Fields, I don't know if I can defend it anymore. I mean, you went 4-2 with Pittsburgh, but you went 0-7 with the Jets. You
I hate
want
when this
to?
happens. I hate when this happens before I play the team. I hate when this little quarterback conundrum stuff happens because that's how you get caught in a trap game. I hate this.
Because it's like I don't know what to necessarily say about it. Like, is it him? Is it not him? I mean, because I've seen Justin Fields at his best, and I mean that's him truthfully just using his athleticism as he was in Chicago when he ran for 1,000 yards. And then I seen him play more complete games in last year when he was in Pittsburgh. He did throw the ball, but he still showcased his athleticism, and that was how he ultimately ended in the end zone a lot of times. Actually ended the season with 10 touchdown to 1 turnover ratio. But now going to this season, and I mean, he's playing a lot safer with the ball, but it just seems like your progressions are taking so long that now you're taking these abysmal sacks. You're not really using your athleticism because you're trying to play within the scheme fit, and it's ultimately just not playing good ball. So I don't want to say it, but I think Justin Fields' time is up already. Just because his progressions are slow. I don't think that the Jets are willing to sit through a second season of wonders when they're more than likely going to be a top 3 pick.
I pull my Mike Tomlin here, my Mike Tomlin card. I need y'all to keep Justin Fields in the game. Keep Tyrod Taylor on the bench.
I mean, Tyrod didn't come in and do any better, but
I don't like the vets. I don't like it.
I mean, you don't like the vets.
I don't like it. They I don't like it. It's giving trap game vibe, man, and I don't like it.
I mean, that's how it be. Like that. I be.
So, Mr. Amari, lastly, let me ask you this question. Was it a Giant loss or a Colorado comeback with the Giants blowing, I guess they was up about 33 going into the fourth quarter. So it's on you, Mr. Amari.
I like what you did there. Colorado comeback. I like what you did there. But
Or a Giant loss. You see him trying to do both of them.
I say I like what he did there. See, but I don't know. I really don't know. I want to say it was because I feel like the rookies, or more so really Jackson Dart. I mean, of course you have to play better, especially in the fourth quarter if you're trying to secure a win, because literally all of Denver's points came within the fourth quarter. The box score looks insane. To say that the Giants walk into the fourth quarter with a 32-point lead and then there's 33 unanswered points scored. So, of course, like I said, the Jackson Dart has to play better if you're going to want to secure this win. That defense has to play better if you want to secure the win. That the whole team from top to bottom has to do better to secure a win like that when you're already walking into the fourth quarter up 5 scores at that point. You're up. It's like there's no way that you should have been even in contention to lose that game. So I would say it's even more so. It's more of a Giant loss than a great comeback or the Colorado comeback. That is definitely more of a Giant loss. KD.
So we're confirming they were down 32 going into the fourth quarter?
Yeah. They scored 30.
Second half. They scored 33 in the fourth quarter alone.
33 in the fourth quarter alone.
Wow. And I was watching the game on Red Zone for the end of it, but I didn't even pick that up while I was watching it. Yeah, that's horrible. I did see the comeback happening, and I looked at it as a horrible chain of events. But like you said, you can point a finger at Jackson Dart, but your front four is too dangerous and too talented to not make a game-closing play at all.
You have too many superstars on that D-line for you to never get any kind of pressure to stop anything that was happening to you in the fourth quarter.
Right. So I'm gonna point at the defense before I point at the rookie.
All right. So I'm gonna go with you, Mr. KD. MVP and Defensive Player of the Year awards. Through the midway point of the year, the halftime point of the year. So going into week 8, who do you have as the leader as your MVP and your Defensive Player of the Year? It's on you, Mr. KD.
We didn't. I think we skipped Monday Night Football. We not talking about that.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I'm sorry. You go back. Go ahead.
With Monday night, man, it was a game that we argued about last week. Not necessarily the game, but two different coaches that were represented in the game. And Detroit came out with a win. But I'm not wavering on my take because the injury bug is kicking the Bucs' tail right now. Like, they can't keep their bodies playable. Am I lying? Did they not? How many times
whole secondary is gone.
That was coming into the game.
I'm talking
about what happened. This happened before the game and happened in the game as well for Tampa Bay. They can't defeat it. They can't get past it. Now, this was probably the worst Baker game so far this season. He was missing a lot of passes throughout this game that he's been accustomed to making this year. He was missing a lot of them high, or the timing was off. I don't know really what to pinpoint it as. I think that Mike Evans' injury happening so early, it kind of threw him off, and he was trying to build that timing with some of the other guys, and it just didn't match up. Not Ibuka, of course, but some of the guys that get less opportunities.
Johnson.
Yeah, he missed him like 3 times, and it was one in the end zone on a out route, and he got him. It was so much space he could have put that ball in any place, and it would have been a touchdown. And he just threw it high. I was like, and it was a huge play too. They needed that touchdown at that point in time. And Baker, once he let it go, knew he missed. But so I'm gonna blame it on the injury bug, and on top of that, Baker had probably his worst game, so that didn't give me a good stance on my Todd Bowles stance. But hey, Detroit won. They won the game. Tampa got to get healthy, man. I don't know if they will, because I think Mike Evans might be gone, but they got to get healthy.
I think Mike Evans, being that his injury is a clavicle, he'll probably be out, or at least sidelined for. He'll be sidelined for a majority of this year, if not for the rest of the season. So kudos to the 1,000-yard streak, even though 11 years, you kind of want to see him do it more. Like 1,000 yards consecutive seasons. If he was to get 12, I mean, at 11.
I believe he's tied with Jerry Rice for the most.
Yeah, I want to say he's tied. You want to see him kind of beat Jerry, but of course he gets played with the injury bug this year.
Not even if he beat him, you just want to see him get a fair chance to beat him. You know?
Yeah. Like, I mean, him coming into this game, had he finished out the season, he only needed 78 yards in the remaining few games to hit 1,000. So I personally think that was pretty doable for Mike Evans. Mike Evans is very much a consistent receiver and very good, reliable hands. So I think he would have been able to pull in 78 yards a game afterwards. So sad to hear this injury come and his record to be done.
Yeah. Prayers up to one of the big names. And it's contract year too. Man.
Yeah, contract year. I want to say Mike Evans is 31 at this point. I'm pretty sure he'll retire a Buccaneer anyway, but it's hard to see it this time.
What you say about Seattle, man? Seattle look good once again.
Oh yeah, Seattle looks good. I feel like they need to figure out what they're exactly trying to do in this backfield though. Between Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet literally, I believe he's last in the league in yards per carry and first in the league in negative runs, whereas Kenneth Walker is quite literally a spark plug to that offense. Anytime he gets in the backfield, I mean, the passing attack has already been something that they are quite literally one of the best teams in the league, and with
big play,
with JSN really transcending and taking that elevator to the top when it comes to wide receiver rankings as of right now. But that backfield needs to figure out what is ultimately trying to do and figure out its identity. But I think they're moving more into a passing team. Of course, with now they have their future guy in Sam Darnold, or at least their hope to be future guy with Sam Darnold. I think they're going to move more forward with the passing team, being that the weapons that they do have on the outside. But just to maintain a balance, they need to figure out this run game.
That defense is stout, man.
Their defense is stout. Shout out Uchenna Nwosu, really getting back into his character and coming off the edge. Really showing that, being that he's been dealing with a lot of injuries these past few years, and he hasn't really gotten a chance to show what Seattle banked on years ago with his high pass rusher upside. So I'm glad that he was able to kind of jump back into the mode of his former self in these past few games.
Man, don't put no games at 10 o'clock no more.
All right. So, Mr. KD, we will get into the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year. at the halftime or the halfway point of the year, meaning going into week 8. Who you got as your MVP front runner and your defensive player front runner? Is on you, Mr. KD.
Front runner, Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the league, has pushed himself.
He fake. He done switched up on him. He
Pushed
fake.
himself back in.
Nah, he fake. He switched up on him. Hey, if he's not
I
gonna
have
stay
to
with
be
you, Danny
honest.
Dimes, if he's not gonna stay with you, I'll stay with you.
No, he said my front runner. Danny's still in the running, but Patrick Mahomes has pushed himself back in there. 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Yeah, he's been phenomenal in the last 3 weeks, and it's showing with the team. And yeah, that's the front runner right now. Now Daniel Jones is still having a tremendous season. I'm not off that train. I'm just saying
7
the
weeks.
front runner right now. If I have to pick,
He got 7 weeks of evidence versus them 3. I'm sorry, Danny
look
Dimes.
at my numbers versus yours. Look at my numbers versus yours.
Hey, I'm sorry that my running back is better than yours. That's all.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
running
look,
the ball.
I got 4 names in my MVP candidates, and both of them up there. Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor up there, so that might hurt him. That might
He's
hurt him.
talking about Patrick Mahomes is the Chiefs' leading runner, right? He's the leading rusher right now.
Yeah. You're right. Jonathan Taylor being in that backfield might work against him.
I mean, shit, apparently it worked against Lamar last year. So,
Right. Yeah. So yeah, Mahomes is my front runner though. Defensive player of the year. Sorry. That one was a toss up right now because you got to take projection into it because right now it's really a stalemate.
It is.
So I'm gonna slide with Michael Parsons. I go with Michael Parsons for the defense player.
Okay. I did have him down as my front runner, but I do got a sneaky name in there. But MVP, I got 3 names. I got Daniel Jones, Drake May, and Patrick Mahomes.
One game and you throw the man away?
Ooh. Wow. Ooh.
Just last week, Baker Mayfield was your second guy.
I mean, Baker's still a guy, but it's like I feel like with mainly Drake May having that 91.3, I feel like it's gonna be pushed a lot more. And then of course, being that New England hasn't necessarily had a quarterback worth anything since Brady, I feel like it's just gonna be pushed. It's a whole lot of media push behind that one. Because of course, you hear a lot about Baker, but I hear a lot more about Drake May than I do Baker. And it's all mainly everybody's pointing towards his numbers and the fact that he's kind of on pace. He's on what everybody's trying to compare him to is on a Josh Allen level pace in his second season. So I feel like he's going to be pushed for MVP. Maybe not this year, but in future years.
I don't know Drake May's stats.
I don't necessarily. I didn't have
Baker got 13-2.
Yeah, Baker is 13-2. I don't necessarily have Drake May stats. If IT can pull those up for me while we're in the process of this, I could touch on that.
He was about to dog me for sliding Daniel Jones down one spot. You slid Baker Mayfield off the list. Off the list. I slid Daniel Jones down one spot. You slid Baker out of your top 4. It's all right, man. I see loyalty ain't anything.
I only had 3, but I mean, at 4, Baker would have been there.
No, because you didn't even say Mahomes, right?
Oh, I did.
So you slid your other boy off too. You had Jonathan Taylor on the list.
He was my offensive player of the year, not MVP.
All right.
But you got me spilling other awards already. We ain't even touching on that right now. But
next week probably.
Yeah, defensive player of the year. I did have Michael Parsons as my front runner, and my 2-man is Nick Bonito.
He ain't gonna get it.
I'll say I don't. I feel like his stats is there to show, but I don't necessarily think he's gonna get it. I feel like I really do think this is the defensive player of the year this year is mainly going to be a lot media driven, being that Michael Parsons is just coming off his 3-sack
Yeah.
game, this big trade and everything. I feel like a lot of the spotlight is on Michael Parsons. So any given thing that he does is going to be highlighted a bit more than anything that Nick Bonito does over there in
And then,
Denver.
then you got Aiden coming off the injury too. So
Yeah, so it's like there's a lot more spotlight on some of these defensive players going into this year, especially is with some of these MVP candidates are kind of like how I would call it like standoffish names. Like I mean, of course, Patrick Mahomes is a name that you hear every year, but Daniel Jones, before this year, he was a name that you wanted to stay away from. And well, I mean, Baker in these past years has been coming along, but before then, Baker wasn't somebody that everybody. Baker was a quarterback people were writing off just as well as Sam Darnold. So for any of these guys to kind of be in contention now, it's like most of the time you're just going to lean towards Patrick Mahomes because he's the known commodity.
yeah, and when you go defensive side, you got to have a certain level of notoriety to win that award. And Nick Bonito is balling out, but he don't have that level of notoriety and, like you said, the media push to kind of put him there. Personally, that's what I think. But I had Micah, Aiden, and Miles as the three.
Well, Micah, Nick Bonito, and Aiden, and have Miles up there.
Did IT look up step selection stats?
A step selection. I don't think he did. He would have came up here with them stats. But if we spin back to it, I'll bring them stats up later on.
They better hold up to 17, 67, 13 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. They better hold up to that to push him off the list.
All right, Mr. Amari, we will get to the next topic, and we'll kind of switch gears a little bit. We'll go with the starting point, the NBA season upcoming. And with that being said, what's the prediction for your team in particular, and then the overall season? What's your thoughts? What you think that's going to happen? How you feeling about the season coming up? And also, Mr. KD, Mr. KD, he predicted Russ going to the Kings, and that's exactly what he signed to. Now, the real Mr. KD, Kevin Durant, he just signed a $90 million extension. With all that being said, it's on you, Mr. Amari.
All I see from Indy at this point, being with all the injuries that we do have, is being a playing team. I still think we're a sneaky team. I still feel like it's something to come about it, but not having Hallie for more than likely this entire season, and then even more so being out on TJ McConnell as well, and not having that kind of spark plug coming off the bench is going to be kind of a tough season for us. Like I said, it's 82 games. I'm hoping we make it to the play in and most. I don't really see any true playoff aspirations as well, but I know Mr. KD can't agree. He a Nuggets fan. I mean, it's finals or nothing.
Yeah, we still gonna be good. You know, I understand y'all might be headed backwards. As far as where we fall in the standings, I got us like the second in the West at the lowest, behind the champs, if they can duplicate what they did last year. As far as success, we're gonna get into the Final Four a little later, so I don't want to spoil my pick, even though I probably just spoiled my pick. But a
Maybe
team I
two.
think is sneaky is Houston. That's a team I'm watching out for. I think that KD pickup was solid. It's gonna really help them. And I wouldn't be surprised if they win the West as far as standings through the regular season, or comfortably be top 4 with a home court advantage for the first round. But they could walk out here with the best record in the West, and I wouldn't be too surprised. The Mavs is a team I'm watching. It's based on health. We know they're gonna not have Kyrie for a good portion of the season. But if Cooper Flag cannot have so much of a slow start and really get it acclimated to the game, if AD can stay healthy and be a force and a hopeful MVP candidate, another spoiler, I think the Mavs can be dangerous. But those are the 3 teams out West I tend to lean towards. I don't really have no dogs out East that I can point out.
Yeah, I can actually agree with you on that. As far as the East goes, it's like with most of the top teams, I would say being plagued with injuries, it's kind of a turnaround when it comes to the East. Like you look at teams like the Magic. I mean, of course, you still got the Bucks, being that they still maintain with Giannis. Um, I mean, Cleveland is one of the, I would say, one of the premier teams, being that they're healthy and they still have a ton of youth on their team. The Pistons are an up and coming team, being that they're carried by Cade Cunningham, and also with the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, you can never count them out as well. But as far as like true dogs, I mean, I think the Knicks and the Cavs are the only true powerhouses over in the East right now.
I don't know if I call them powerhouses, but front runners probably. But I just think it's gonna. I don't see much of a game from that Thibodeau to Mike Brown change. So I don't expect too much different.
I mean, yeah, I don't necessarily expect their gameplay to change, but maybe like just the overall management of the team in the playoffs. Just trying to keep people fresh. Just the overall trying to diminish the overall wear and tear from these players in these playoff series, being that there are 7-game series. But even though we didn't touch on IT saying anything about KD's extension. For real. I do. I mean, of course, like I don't even know if we was recording at the time when I had brought up Houston marching out one of the tallest starting lineups in NBA history, if I'm correct.
6, 7, and up.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a feat alone. I mean, you shouldn't lose the rebound battle ever, but who knows? I'm really expecting a big step forward from Sengun. I hope I'm saying this man's name right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really expecting a big step forward from him, being that he has somebody else along with him, i.e. KD. KD can kind of help evolve his game, being that, I mean, even though KD's a smaller, I would call him a stretch four. He's a smaller version of that. It's like KD can help improve his game, whether that be the passing game, just overall playmaking and facilitating, or even more so trying to step in and help his shooting. So I think KD can really help him as well as just improving his game all around.
For sure. And I'm not gonna say you're wrong because we both are right. Because KD can elevate anybody around him game. But I put more of a spotlight on Amen Thompson, especially with the injury of Fred VanVleet. I think he's going to be pushed into a role where they need him to be better or progress quicker. And the spotlight will be on him. It'll be a lot easier because you have a KD and you got a Sengun, where you're literally going to be the third option, on most nights. So the pressure isn't too heavy for you, but they do need him to show some level of growth and progression this season if they really want to reach the pinnacle. Easy money sniper.
All right, Mr. KD, I'm gonna let you go ahead and start us off. This is our red light, yellow light, green light edition, the NBA MVP edition. This is basically our preseason prediction edition. I'm gonna let you start pulling names out of the hat, and you and Mr. Omari can do what y'all do. Go ahead and explain that. It's on you, Mr. KD.
Yep, everybody know this segment already. Red light, yellow light, green light. What a red light means, we done with them. Don't need to see no more. I.e. Miami, throw them away. Yellow light means we're waiting. My bad. I said I wasn't gonna do it. My bad.
Hey, we're in basketball now. He talking about the Heat. He talking
Right.
about the Heat.
That was
people.
totally unnecessary. No, I was talking about the Dolphins, but that was totally unnecessary. Yellow light is that you put a pause on the hesitation. Either they're going too fast on the projection or maybe they're moving too slow. Green light mean all go. It's going to be tricky with this one for basketball season. That it is, we're just projecting and predicting because these are perennial names, and it's going to be hard to say red light for perennial names.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And ain't got to be a lot. It can be 8 to 10, whatever. Like you said, perennial names. So
Right.
The honest of the world,
So,
whoever you want it to be.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna take my opinion out of it since I got the names. I'm gonna tag you in. Both of y'all give opinions on the red, yellow, green. Where do these people stand? Starting with, I want to make this nice and easy for y'all. Best player in the world, Nikola Jokic. Where do you guys stand on that?
Adam Green.
Surprise, surprise. IT, we got to move quick. Come on, baby.
I got him green light.
All right, don't be hesitant with that one. I'm gonna go make it a little more tricky. Jalen Brunson.
Yellow.
Red light.
Oh, you gotta explain. That's sometimes we gotta stop and listen.
Yeah, red light. This the MVP. So I don't think there's no way in a New York Cap City that he can ever be the MVP. Like he can get you 27, he can get you 28, and on a good year he might even get you 32. But he's not an MVP candidate for the NBA. So like he's not that guy. He may even can win you a championship, but he's just not that guy. MVP, nah.
That's clutch player of the year last year.
Yeah. That's what he was, clutch. You know, there's a lot of players of the clutch. Robert Horvath's clutch.
He has a mean. I'm not trying to stay on this too long, but he has a mean machine behind him. We remember how big Jeremy Lin got in that market.
Yeah,
Jeremy Lin blew up.
He gonna, as long as he's a New York Knicks and he's picking up points, he's gonna be an all-star. He's gonna be on the commercials. We're gonna see him. We're gonna hear about him. We're gonna talk about him. But MVP. Watch this. I don't even know who next on your list, but I bet the next person on your list is more of an MVP candidate than he is. So go to the next person on your list. It's on you, Mr. KD.
You know I like proving points. So I'm gonna go to one of my lower name list names. I'm gonna go with Wemby, just to prove a point. Red light, yellow light, green light. Where we at with Wemby?
Say Wemby.
Wemby.
All right, so I had red light. I had red light on the one previous. That'll be a yellow light. So that's what I'm saying. Wemby. I believe he have more potential to be an MVP right now than I do. Who you just said? Jalen Brunson.
You
so,
real
yeah. I say yellow light. It's on you, Mr. Amari.
Nah, I definitely do say yellow. I think it's one would be also just coming from a whole season really removed with these blood clots and everything. I feel like it's a little bit too much now to just kind of throw MVP on him. But I mean, Wemby got the talent to be an MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. He can win every award if he really wanted.
He will at one point.
Wemby got it all. Pause. But I think it's too early right now. I do think he will get one. He might get a few in the tenure of his career, but I just think it's early right now. Yellow.
So we're gonna go back to safe ground. The reigning MVP, reigning champion, SGA.
Green.
Yellow light. I'm gonna explain it this way. It have less to do with him and more to do with I don't think he will be able to get the MVP back to back. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say yellow light. It's not because if he do the same thing he did last year, this year, he won't win the MVP. He got to do what he did last year and then add on something different from last year to win the MVP. He held to a different standard because he's the reigning MVP. This is the same reason, and you'll understand this, Mr. KD, why Jokic didn't win against Embiid. Jokic did the same thing he did the year before.
Better.
But that's the point. He had to do something he had to do something that he probably couldn't even do. It just you couldn't win it that third year in a row. It ain't about you, Jokic. We just not gonna give it to you. So that's why it's a yellow light. It have less and more that
you're going with last year. Because last year, I thought you was going to last year. Nikola Jokic averaged a triple-double last year.
No. I was saying that year when he lost it to Embiid, right. Where I think he was the back-to-back MVP, right?
He would have been, yeah.
Oh, so he only won it 1 year. That he didn't win it the second year because Embiid took it from him.
I believe. No, you're right. That was his third one.
The bigger point of what I'm saying is most people that watch the NBA would have said Jokic was the MVP of the NBA. But because Jokic did the same thing he did, and to your point, plus he still wasn't an MVP. So this is what SGA is going up against. It's not about him. He got to do what he got to do. Only way he's going to be able to win the MVP if he do what he did last year and shoot like 45% from the 3-point percentage. Then they'll give it to him. They'll be like, oh, you see the increase in the 3-point percentage? He's the MVP. But other than that, he won't win it.
I agree. It's always hard. It's hard to go back to back. It's like that's why I was jokingly saying everybody in Jokic because he's done it and should have done it more than once, but it didn't happen that way. But it's tough because you get voters fatigue and other variables coming to it that shouldn't even play a part. But I'm right there with you. I still got a green light though. I'm not right there with you, but I get what you're saying. Luka. We thinking.
I feel like being that this team is still kind of mainly centered around LeBron, I'm giving him yellow.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
LeBron being out is why Luka's the focal point right now. That team is still centered around LeBron.
I think this year was going. I'm the moderator of this segment. I tell you what you got.
I see your 20. I'm gonna raise you 50. I see where you're going at, Pod brother. I see, and I'm right there with you. This is a total green light. A, I'm in LA. That's first and foremost. B, I'm dealing with old man James. He may not even know this shit. He might walk into the season and crap out at the end of it. But not only just that, I'm gonna be there, the glamour, the glitz, and what I do. I'm 27-9 consistently, but I'm gonna be 27-9 in LA, and I'm gonna be on your television every single day. Not only that, if I get this team to a top 3 to 4 seeding, yeah, that's a great. And then this is where the LeBron factor goes into. I'm the only player that made LeBron my number 2 in the history of the NBA. That's an MVP right there. That line alone is the MVP. I made him my number 2. I took this team and dropped 27 while he dropped 22. So I say that to say this. There's a great potential for him to be an MVP player. Yeah, so that's a green light. Full go.
All right, let me see. Can I get controversial? Okay, AD. Anthony Davis.
Being that Kyrie is out and they gonna have to lean on you a lot more. I feel like this is prime time for AD to act. If he stays healthy,
of course,
he can. Yeah, I feel like this is a green light.
Mr. KD.
Yeah.
Mr. KD.
Yes,
I just want to. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, I just want to make sure you can hear me. He said if you lean on AD. I just want to make sure you can hear me. I ain't got to finish the sentence. If you lean on AD, what's going to happen?
That ain't a firm foundation, boy. I tell you that.
So, Mr. Street Clothes can never be an MVP candidate for me going to.
No, he's a green light for me.
He will have to prove me wrong consistently.
Well, yeah, he's at that point.
That's at the point in the career that he had with me. He got to prove me wrong. I think this of you. Show me different. That's it.
But I think to what Amari is saying, this is the perfect opportunity right here. Of course, the variable is always staying healthy, but if he can stay healthy, I think this can be that year. I got 2 more names. Let's see which one would be a little more thought-provoking. Anthony Edwards. We're gonna go there.
I was about to say that's the one name I was waiting for you to say the whole time. I was like, if you don't throw Ant in here,
yeah. What you got there? Since you was ready for it, what you got?
My thing is, I mean, of course, I feel like last year he could have been in contention, even though with SGA and Jokic, he still wasn't gonna win it. But you got to improve on what you did last year. You were 3rd in voting last year. So if you can improve on that, of course, you got to hope for those guys that were ahead of you to take a little step back and nobody to ultimately jump you. But you got to bring a new level to your game. Of course, he did improve shooting last year. You take another leap in his shooting percentage this year. I don't see a reason why he not. I think it's a green. I think he really does have a chance. I feel like Ant will eventually get one in the NBA. I think he's truly turning into a face. He's no longer a baby face of the NBA. He's truly becoming a face.
So, Mr. KD, I'm not speaking to Mr. Amari also in particular, because you and I know Mr. KD and Mr. Amari is somebody also. Certain people that drive a certain way. So, if you that third car in the green light, they gonna make it before it get yellow. You know the people I'm talking about. It's this. If I was number 3 last year, there's no reason that I'm not a green light. I can only go up from here. I was 24, 25 last year. I'm 25, 26 this year. Yes, I'm an MVP candidate. I was top 3 last year. At minimum, I'm gonna be top 2. Like, yes, definitely. Like, I don't see no reason why he shouldn't be like a blazing green light. Like, he's a total green light. Yes, he is in the MVP conversation. And also, the first month of the season, I got a prediction here. I think he would come out like gangbusters just to prove that point. Because if he started off strong, then now it's all about keeping it up. So if I start off averaging 30, say for instance, just keep it up, and then I keep a 30, 28 average, and I could be the MVP. But yeah, he's definitely a green light for the MVP. This is the last one on you, Mr. KD.
Giannis. I feel like he's going to go into this season feeling a little disrespected. I think he's going to go off. But yeah, Giannis, that's the last one we got.
Is it crazy I don't see an MVP, but I see a Defensive Player of the Year?
Defensive Player of the Year ain't going to get the job done. If you want to push
it's not. It's not. But it's like I don't see MVP, but I see Defensive Player of the Year.
So we got yellow or red?
I give him yellow.
And Mr. Amari, I get what you putting down right now. I really do. Because what he basically saying is this team ain't gonna be that good. So everything that he does ain't gonna look the way it's supposed to look. But you're gonna see, like, man, this man is going down there again, 20 rebounds, 3 blocks, and like he gonna be playing hard for a losing franchise. That's basically what he's saying. Like, Defensive Player of the Year is like the Intercontinental Belt in the WWE. That's the secondary belt. The fact he can't be MVP because he can't win enough. But your consolation prize is the Defensive Player of the Year. I'm right there with you, Mr. Amari. That's why I put him at a yellow light. I ain't gonna put him at a red light as it can't happen, but I'm gonna put him as a yellow light that most likely Defensive Player of the Year, that's more of a green light than it is an MVP, because he's not going to have the opportunities and the wins to actually be a MVP.
You're saying his team's success is going to hold him back.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, but his personal attributes is going to lead to saying that 26, 17, 3 and 3, like, you're going to see such a number that you're going to be like, all right, we got to give him something.
All-star. Got to give you nothing. Hey, that was the longest red light, yellow light, green light segment, but it was a good one once again. I don't agree.
On there.
I don't. Oh, go ahead. Throw one at me. I'm ready. I'm fresh right now.
Just cause he actually has odds. So this is the only reason why. Cade Cunningham.
I thought you was gonna say Steph. Cade Cunningham.
Oh, Steph is also on the list.
Cade Cunningham for me is red. And to keep it simple, it ain't even him. It's just the field is just too strong.
I say
the field is too strong.
But Steph Curry being the last one.
Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna say maybe what you can't say, Mr. KD. He ain't old enough. What do you mean?
You can't really say that because Ant right there with him.
No. Cade is in his 3rd year. Put the time in, bro. Like, I get it. But even to your point about Ant, he ain't get it. Like, nah, this is a red light. Nah, we gonna talk about you for like December, January, a little bit of February. But nah,
who he play for too?
Huh?
Who he play for?
Yeah. That's the motherfucker. I ain't even gonna talk about that. We ain't even gonna think about that.
Y'all not about to treat the Pistons like Miami.
Hey, you heard the name of the team and where they located at. But the point, what I'm saying is this: he a young boy. He ain't there yet. He just not there yet. This is like real spill. Like when we say it's Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, the best wide receivers ever. Realistically, we can see that they can be, but they ain't there yet. Maybe 4 years from now, when they put up like they got an 8, 9, 10 year career, then we can start putting them up against the greats of the greats. But Cade Cunningham, you can't pit him like him and Ken Thomas. Both of them will be in the East with 45 to 52 wins tops. That's what they're gonna do. They 45 to 50. That's what it is. If you get more than 40 wins in the East, you a top 18.
Triple Crown. Ain't been that many of them.
Yeah.
So, put my
Is that any more, Mark? That's it. You said. Oh, you said.
No, that was it. That was Steph.
Green light.
I'm back in my position.
So like you see, Steph is a green light anytime.
Oh yeah. Green light.
Anytime.
I'm gonna get to Mr. Amari. With our trade rumors, now we can slide in the injury report in there that you know of. But since we can't talk about it earlier, we're gonna talk about it now, Mr. Amari. And I'm gonna get to you, Mr. KD. Tua, is it time to trade him, cut him, or do he got to go? What is going on with Mr. Tua and Miami? It's on you, Mr. Amari.
Ain't talking about him. I feel like they done got a lot of heat. It's already hot in Miami.
Throw him away. Throw the whole quarterback away.
So to the trade rumors, I feel like you know what, Katie, go.
Yeah, he lead the league in interceptions. Yeah, he tied with Geno Smith for the league in interceptions. 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's his stat line so far. He's been able to throw 1,313 yards. They were talking about Geno getting his job, taken. Tua got benched in his last performance. Dang, I wasn't supposed to say his name.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. He got
benched in his last performance. So, hey, I done said it for 3 weeks. At this point, I think I'm a psychic. It's time to burn it down, and then start with him.
Maybe in 4.
Yeah, but people think I'm being, unjust. You see, this is my thing. See, that's why I didn't want to get started, because it's hard for me to stop. This is my thing. If you're a fan, you see it. So why are you acting like it's not happening? Like, I don't get it. Like, you're making it seem like I'm the one that's forced the issue. Like, you're actually watching it. You know he's bad. These 10 interceptions, you've seen.
Mr. KD, 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. And that stat line?
Yes, sir.
I'm just double checking with you. Wasn't that the stat line?
That's what it said. Yeah. 11
yes, sir.
Lead, 10 interceptions. Yeah, that's what it said.
He got benched on last game, right?
He ain't finished.
Yeah.
Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, I say Quinn Ewers finished the game.
And then the coach, man, it's so much.
He didn't even acknowledge
disconnection.
He didn't acknowledge Quinn Ewers at all after him even getting his first snaps in the NFL. You didn't acknowledge this man coming off the field. And that's why I feel like the overall discourse for this team is kind of headed. Because if you, as the head coach, can't even acknowledge your rookie quarterback finally getting his first few snaps, even though personally, you asked KD, he should have got him a few weeks ago.
It's my thing, Amari and IT. When I came out early and said it's signs of chaos in that franchise, I was attacked. Since I've made that statement, the signs got more brilliant.
No. But nah, that was coming at you. Talk your talk. That was coming at you, sir.
Since I made that statement, the signs have started hitting us in the face. You can't avoid them. You can't be oblivious to them. It's no way with an honest mind you can tell me that's not a chaotic franchise right now. Every week we're getting clips of disconnection between the quarterback and head coach.
KD, is it real talk? Is it the coach? Is it the quarterback? Is it the organization? Exactly what is it?
When the house on fire, save the women and the kids. Let the whole thing burn down, man. I'm telling you, I've been saying it for weeks. It's time. Like Amari made a statement where Greer, the GM, has to be moved. I never went that high up the ladder, but I'm not against it because the way it looks right now, and dang, I did not want to go to the Dolphins on this episode, man. I said I was going to let them breathe, but y'all started me up. It's chaos, man. It's chaos.
I set you up.
It's chaos.
And trying to set us up.
And I'm gonna cut it short because I was about to go for 3 more minutes talking about him. It's just not looking good, and it's no light at the end of the tunnel. Like it's only getting worse from here. So you have to cut your ties while you can. Mike McDaniel is fired. Like he's fired. Tua is gone. I don't understand why they holding on.
Well, since you're already there, oh man, they got this man off of camera. They done made him get off camera. I was about to say, well, since you're there, you got any reports from Miami? You got any trade reports from Miami?
Mike McDaniel had a chance to defend his quarterback for one last time. He said, we move forward with him, and I just hope he don't throw 10 picks. Something along those lines. That was his stance. What was it? What was the 10 picks reference he said?
I don't think he said that.
Oh, no. He said 10 picks. I don't know the exact words leading into it, but he said, I don't either. He said, I hope we don't throw 10 picks or I don't plan on him throwing 10 picks. That's what he said. Direct words. That was his chance to defend his quarterback.
Nah, you're right. That's exactly what he said.
Exact words. I know. It's not personal. I'm not making none of this stuff up. I promise. I promise. It's so easy. The way they're promoting themselves and they're saying it to the media. Miami not even keeping stuff behind closed doors. They're saying everything to the media. So we just perceiving it how it's supposed to be perceived. But, man, Mike McDaniels is done with Tua. I think Miami's done with Mike McDaniel. It's burning down.
So Tua trade?
No, he making too much money. Ain't nobody picking up. Man, you see, that was...
He said he got to go, so they going to cut him?
You tried to lead me into something else. Ain't nobody picking up Tua, man. Who gonna get that contract? With the league leading interceptions. Who picking him up?
I mean, the Raiders ain't really got much to look
so you want to have both for the league leaders.
I mean, you got 22 interceptions. Somebody's getting the ball. Might not be our team, but somebody's getting it. At least the pass is getting completed somewhere.
Tua gonna have to sit on that bench, man. Like in the offseason, maybe somebody will shoot a shot after they failed at getting their first, second, or third option, and they'll fall into the
first, second, and third.
Man, this ain't good film, man. He not putting out good film. It's just not. Hey, I hope Tua. Mike McDaniel's gonna land on his feet. I hope Tua does too. I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it on the pot. That's as positive as I can get. So I'm gonna leave it right there.
Well,
all right. So before you get to anything else, you gotta say, Mr. Amari, and you can finish that after I say this. I need y'all quick pick 4, and then you can say what you got to say. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari.
He slid it up because we got NBA back.
Who's this week's Thursday game?
Chargers and Vikings.
That's a good one. I think I might actually take the Vikings in that one.
Not your Chargers. Not your Chargers.
My Chargers.
Your AFC West winning Chargers, not them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I actually AFC West winning. I had the Chiefs, but that's to each their own. Yeah, but I got the Vikings winning that game. Of course, I got Pittsburgh winning this week. I got Buffalo beating the Panthers.
That's your shocker, right? That's your shocker pick, right?
What, Buffalo beating the Panthers?
Yeah.
Wait, who the Jets play? I might have the Jets winning the game. Who they play?
No, you know who they play. Who y'all just lost to?
Oh yeah, I still might have the Jazz winning the game, but
And
I
it
don't
might.
know.
I ain't saying I
Hey,
hate trap games. I hate trap
yeah,
games.
like you said, you get a Tyrod out there. Tyrod have a Vic game. So you end up in a trap game
Hey,
with
we get.
Tyrod. You
I
don't
was about
want
to say,
those.
when we creeping towards 2 hours, but we ain't even creeping.
But
Yeah, I think.
to even move away from all that and actually touch on some of these, there's no real trade rumors out right now. But I got a lot of trade speculation because these trades kind of fit.
Yeah, he skipped that. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not even gonna touch on. I ain't gonna touch on that man down in Miami. I did have one for him, but I ain't
He
even gonna
won't
say
be in
all that.
Miami long. He won't be in
Yeah,
Miami long.
he not gonna be there long. But I got Brees Hall going to actually a division rival, either going to New England or Kansas City. I'm more so thinking he's gonna probably end up in Kansas City. I think Kansas City is starting to work out of that Pacheco and Kareem Hunt experiment that they have going. Um, I got Jermaine Johnson going to San Fran, reuniting with Robert Saleh. I got Demario Davis going to San Fran to fill in for Fred Warner, being that Fred Warner's out.
Keep
Being that
seeing him. Is he available? Did they say he's available? I keep seeing his name come up.
Jermaine Johnson,
No, Demario Davis.
Demario Davis, being that the Saints are bad, and Demario Davis is the aging linebacker, it's just at least in the eyes of San Fran to replace an All Pro player with another All Pro player, being that linebacker is such a pivotal point in their defense. That's why I think they'll make this trade for Demario Davis. Although I do think the Saints would love for Demario Davis to retire a Saint. Um, Speaking of other players that are on the Saints that could potentially get moved, I got Brandon Cooks potentially getting moved. He get moved to the Giants. Just being the loss of Malik Neighbors, they need somebody that can actually take the top off of defense. And I feel like they're not truly in favor of Jalen Hyatt. Cam Jordan, his potential move.
My God.
I don't
Is it a,
I don't
is it a fire sale in New Orleans?
I think it is ultimately going to be a fire sale in New Orleans, but Cam Jordan, like I said, Cam Jordan is the main, is true speculation. I don't think Cam Jordan's going to get moved. I think he's a lifelong Saint and he's not going to go anywhere. I think he was going to retire a Saint, being everything he's done for that organization. I don't really see him on the move. Kevin Zeitler from Tampa Bay, he'll either not from Tampa Bay. He's actually on the Tennessee Titans as of right now, but candidates for him: Detroit, who he was a part of last year, Baltimore, who he also used to be a member of, and Tampa Bay, who has a weakness at guard as of right now. Evan Neal from the Giants, just having a change of scenery, going to the Chargers. Uh, they've kind of I just think with Jim Harbaugh, I feel like he'll be able to help Evan Neal with his pass blocking and just off a lot of offensive line tweaks that could eventually prolong his career. I got Jerome Ford from the Cleveland Browns, running back, getting traded to the Chargers. He could at least be a supplementary back until Amari Hampton comes back. Although they do have Kamani Vidal, I don't think he's necessarily who they want to be their starter. Whereas Jerome Ford, with starter experience, has in Cleveland, he could take those reins until Amari Hampton comes back. Katie, you're not gonna like this one.
Uh-oh.
Cam Taylor-Britt getting traded to Indy.
I ain't got no problem.
I say that's really the only trade I actually got coming out of Cincinnati.
I ain't got no problem. Hold on,
Shockingly enough,
what we get?
I'm just getting
Hypothetically. Oh.
Yeah, so y'all just get some picks.
So there ain't no way we can get the Forrest Buckner, right?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
But I got Deonte Banks from the New York Giants, cornerback getting traded to Detroit, being that they have a lot of injuries in their cornerback room. Bradley Chubb, this is the only Miami trade I'm gonna talk about. Bradley Chubb getting reunited with Vic Fangio in Philadelphia, being that they've had Nolan Smith is injured, Zadarius Smith retired. Bradley Chubb will give them this spark plug
You
off
know,
the edge that
Wilson
they
came out
actually
of
might
retirement.
need. Oh, Brandon Graham. I did
Yeah.
see he was also talking about coming out of retirement, but I didn't know how true that actually was. Uh,
He's got that.
Rasul Douglas to Philadelphia for Keely Ringo.
Hmm.
That it's just a change of scenery for the both of them. Philadelphia gets some much needed experience in their wide receiver, not wide receiver, but cornerback 2 spot alongside Cooper DeJean, while Quinyon Mitchell is sideline, and Keely Ringo gets a change of scenery down from Philadelphia to Miami. Those are all the ones that I have as of right
I like the
now.
creativity.
And I forgot to save the best one for last. Jacoby Myers to Pittsburgh, but you said you
I
like which
did
one?
want to say something. Not like the creativity. You was on your Adam Schefter. But what I was gonna put a receiver in Pittsburgh. It wasn't a trade. It was Tyler Lockett, being that he
I
was just released.
did see that. I did see that he was just released, and I mean, of course, when he was released from Seattle, I mean, of course,
Yeah, y'all
longtime
was
teammate of longtime teammate of DK, and he was an option for us anyway. So being our wide receiver 2 woes, I could see Tyler Lockett appearing as an option. Although it's gonna kind of hurt, even though I said it last year and earlier this year on Podbeam. I said had we kept Russ, it would have made sense for us to get both of those receivers, being that he has history with the 2.
You should have never even brought that back up.
I mean, yeah. Sadly, that did not age well. Aaron Rodgers is doing the thing. What is his little
Russ
Super
is too.
Mario
Russ is too.
celebration? I love
Russ is
it.
doing the thing too.
Russ is doing his thing, holding that clipboard. You're right.
Mhm.
He gives Jackson Dart plenty of high fives coming off the field.
He's doing his thing.
But yeah, those are all the trades I have as of right now. Trade scenarios that I have as of right now. I believe definitely with the trade deadline approaching, I believe it's next Monday or Tuesday around 4 p.m.
I like Myers in Tampa, man. That's one place I put Myers.
Jacoby Myers?
Yeah. I like him in Tampa.
That's not bad. That's not a bad trade, actually.
I think that Mike Evans, the way Baker's been playing, aside from his last game, the way that defense has been keeping up, the way the team has been working, that Mike Evans injury, they have to make a move to try to at least. I don't think you can just believe in Chris Godwin coming back and filling that void. I think you got to be aggressive and try to go get a guy.
I feel like this is kind of far fetched, but I feel like Baltimore would be willing to let go of DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, at least you'll get some value. You'll get some reliable hands down there with you.
I don't think Baltimore want to give up yet because the AFC is still possible to get, especially with our division still being, not won, so to say, at this point. So I don't think Baltimore's going to give up until it's really over. Like if Lamar comes back this week, they're going to look at it optimistically and think they can still get something going.
That's true.
But I do think DeAndre Hopkins would be a good fit in Tampa, though.
We'll get to our versus segment. And this comes straight from the comment section. And I'm going to start with you, Mr. KD, because we had a little debate over the weekend about this. And you said, even though you don't want to account for it, that the Eagles are the scariest team in the NFC. And Mr. Amari said it was the Lions. So the versus segment is, who's the scariest team in the NFC, the Eagles or the Lions? It's on you, Mr. KD.
Yeah, Eagles. I actually looked back on that video, and I was thinking we said it at a different segment, a different point. But when I brought it up in the past recording, yeah, I did mean it. The Eagles are the more scary team than the Lions to me. I'm going to start my argument with the Eagles are the defending Super Bowl champs. The Lions have a serviceable, well, that's a Mari word, not serviceable. They have a very elite and talented run game, but they don't have the best running back in the league. It don't look like it this year so far. I put that disclaimer out there, but I still believe he's the best running back in the league.
I'm gonna say because right now,
yeah, it's looking like
give me Bijan.
Christian, Bijan, or Jonathan Taylor is looking at it if we're talking about right now. but I still believe Saquon is the best. Um, I think that defense can cause a little more havoc at its peak when everyone is playing. They can cause a little more havoc than that Detroit defense. I trust Jalen Hurts more than I trust Jared Goff. Um, and their receiving core, I believe in a little bit more as well. So I'm just gonna slide with Philadelphia because they've actually been to the mountaintop, and that has to hold some level of weight when you're comparing them against guys that we expect or want to see get there. We've just coming off the mountain. Eagles most dangerous team.
I still stand on my point saying that the Lions are the most dangerous team when healthy. Um, they can literally beat you on all three cylinders of the game. I mean, they have had kick returns and punt returns with Khalif Raymond. Their receivers are, I mean, with Jamison Williams on one side with the explosive speed that he does have, and on the outside, well as Jameer Gibbs' explosive speed in the backfield. Like you said, the run game is elite. The receiving core, like Jamison Williams is no Devontae Smith, but I'm willing to go on the same page to say that AJ Brown and Amon Ra are up there in the same echelon. They can very much be in the same conversation when the numbers are there when the numbers are there. Uh, as far as your trust in Jalen Hurts, I can't fault you for that. When the game does matter, Jalen Hurts is very much poised and he does do very well in big games and big moments. So I definitely take him over Jared Goff. But I think as far as the overall team makeup and just completeness of the team is is definitely going to Detroit. I think Detroit is just a scary team,
We ain't
especially when it
going
comes to
there.
that defense. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Trust me. I see these updates. Uh, but as far as Philly, I think, like you said, at their peak, which sadly, their peak when they were their most dominant, they had a bunch of players, which was last year, that they don't have this year. You have Nolan Smith
In
coming
the
off the
trenches.
edge. You
Yeah, in
got
the
Nolan
trenches.
Smith coming off the edge this year versus last year when you had Josh Sweat. It's not the same. There's a drop off from, like I noted on the last episode. You didn't fill the void from the players that you did lose in the offseason. So now, where you were once up here, now you just drop. But Detroit got a little better. So if you are the scariest team, they're just up there with you. So you could
Yeah, I'll
say,
say that with you. I'll say it with you. It's
so I
fine.
mean they're equal, but it's like I think when healthy, Detroit's scarier than Philly. When all cylinders are clicking in Philly,
And that's what I'm about
give
to
me
say.
that.
You're saying when healthy. I'm really judging it. I'm assuming that both teams are healthy. And I'm really judging it off of at their peaks. Like Philly's best versus Detroit's best. I feel like Philly is more dangerous.
The only reason why so to combat that, the only thing that I really have to say to that is what I was just saying about the defensive standard that you did just drop. Your defense isn't as elite, whereas Detroit's defense is better this year than it was last year with injuries. Their defense has only gotten better. They've managed to overcome the fact
Out
because
of
they had
both
this.
defenses, who's got the best defensive player?
So I'm putting Aiden Hutchinson up against Jalen Carter.
I guess that's what it'll be. Yeah,
I mean, mm,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're
that's a.
close. They're
I'm about to
close.
say
They're not.
that's real close. It's like because then I'm about to say the thing would be, and it's crazy. It's like your second best player, because after that, their second best players either come on the offensive side of the ball, but if you go on the defensive side of the ball for Detroit, it's both in their secondary. Their safeties, Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch.
Yeah, man. It's close. This is a great debate. Eagles and Lions.
Yeah,
We can debate this again.
like
This
they
is
can
this is very close.
they're two evenly matched teams where I think Detroit from top to bottom is well balanced. Where I think at least this year, opposed to last year, Philly is definitely more offensive. because I mean I feel like they lost a lot of the stars that they did have. Well, they did lose a lot of the stars that they did have last year, even though they still maintained. I mean, of course, Jalen Carter. They did add in Jahad Campbell, and they of course they still Jordan Davis is doing a lot better this year.
And they expect really they expected a little more from Quinion. He's still getting his feet adjusted this season because I think they just jumped on that train too early, talking about Quinion Island and all of that.
Yeah,
Cooper
Quinyanamo Bay.
DeJean, Cooper DeJean, though, he's the real deal.
I say, yeah, and I feel like that was like you said, they kind of jumped on that. They jumped on that wagon a little early, but at the time when you drafted the two of them, I mean, and you drafted Quinion in the first round, I'm not sitting you. And then you don't
Oh,
have a
he
corner.
still-
You don't have a corner in front of him to play aside at that time
No,
aside
he
from
got to
Darius
play.
Slay.
He got to
No,
play.
I'm sa-
I just think they was a little too high, too early.
no, I'm just saying like at the time you didn't have any corners in front of him to be like, yeah, you're not gonna play. Whereas with Cooper DeJean, they had Avonte Maddox playing in the slot. They had Quinn. I mean, hey, that was who they believed in. They had Avonte Maddox playing in the slot. They had Cooper. They had Quinion on the outside along with Darius Slay, and that kept Cooper. That kept Coop off the field until Avonte Maddox got sauteed, and then they put Coop out there. Coop went out there and he played a good game, and after that, Coop was a starter. So it's just all on the progression. I don't know if it was maybe he just got good last year. He was good last year because I mean, of course, new body, nobody knows your techniques or anything, so you probably got off.
It
But
always works.
I'm about to say,
The more stuff you put on film, we can pick you apart.
yeah. So I mean, now that people learn to dissect your game, so
Yeah, it's time to make an
it might
adjustment.
it might just I would say it might just be the little tweaks that you could probably do, little nuances that'll change some, and you'll end up back in that top spot. But
They
I
call
don't
it
see any
sophomore
true
slump
drop
for a
off
reason.
for him.
Yeah, they call it sophomore slump. I ain't saying throw him away, but he have a little slump right now. But it's still early in the season. He can get that right. And at their peak, like I said, I think Eagles are a more dangerous team in the NFC.
All right. So,
You don't want to bring Green Bay into this argument.
all right. So, we get to our last versus segment of the night, and this is coming from a subscriber. So, I guess what he was saying was from your rivals, your team in particular, you're Steelers, you're Bengals, the rivals of your team. You got to pick Hall of Famers from from your rivals. So I say offense, defense. You say what, sir?
That ain't a fair one because Pittsburgh got so many of them.
I mean, that means that you can pick all Pittsburgh. You good then.
I only picked one on both sides of the ball. I thought that's what we had to do.
But
I mean, that's also.
don't worry about it. I'm gonna start with Mr. Marvin, see what he got to say.
He only got 4 options.
So even though I could have took Anthony Munoz, I did not take Anthony Munoz.
What?
I took Joe Thomas.
That ain't from us. He ain't us.
He didn't. He said from my rivals. He didn't say it had to be from Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, hey, if it had to be from y'all, I mean, like you said, I'm taking Anthony Munoz. My biggest problem in Pittsburgh has been the left tackle position. So I'm taking the left tackle regardless. I mean, on the defensive side, I guess I was just having this whole conversation with IT. I was just having a conversation with IT about that, and I said I don't feel right taking Ray Lewis out of a Ravens jersey because I've never seen him in one other than a Ravens jersey.
Right.
As far as Ed Reed, though, I have seen him in a Jets jersey, and there was no reason for him to ever put that on. So you can come to Pittsburgh. Did you come to Pittsburgh? You can play. I mean, it was either him or Terrell Suggs.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Terrell Suggs honestly would have just fit a lot. He would fit our demeanor a lot more. Like bringing back that true mean ball that I think he'll really bring some edge, like a true edge to this defense as of right now. Whereas Ed Reed, I mean, if I put him in the back end of that defense, I know these DBs they're not gonna be on no, pardon my French, bullshit. I know they're gonna play their assignments and they're gonna do what they need to do.
Jalen Ramsey still gonna get burnt.
Jalen Ramsey's gonna get burnt, but guess who's gonna tag you once you catch that ball?
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey. Yeah,
Ed Reed gonna
Ed Reed.
Jalen Ramsey can get beat by 5 yards, but Ed Reed 2 inches from you. But
Can't go
who your
wrong with
legends?
Can't go
Who your
wrong.
legends?
Well, I thought it was from Pittsburgh, so I did directly go to your Hall of Fame Hall of Fame directory. On the offensive side, I'm gonna start there because the defense was kind of a given.
Yeah.
I went way back, man. I knew I needed help on the offensive line. I went Mike Webster.
I got that jersey.
I
I'm
went Mike
gonna wear
Webster.
it next week for you.
4 Super Bowls, and some people say the best in all time. Here nor there to debate right now. But I needed the trenches. That's why I looked for. That's why I directed my focus on. And Mike Webster was hands down the best trenches player I could come up with. And I think he would come and give us a nastiness that we need on our offensive line. And a leadership that would be infectious to the rest of the line. So Mike Webster on my offensive Hall of Fame still. And defense, I think it's pretty obvious. If you're going Pittsburgh Steelers, you're going Hall of Fame. I'm taking Troy Polamalu every day.
He said he's taking Troy Polamalu.
Troy Polamalu's coming over twice a day, 3 times on Sunday, however you want to say it. I like Geno Stone. Geno Stone misses a lot of assignments, man. With Troy Polamalu back there with Jordan Battle, I feel like that cohesion can be a lot more dangerous towards this league because you can't just throw the ball up recklessly like Aaron Rodgers did when you got a Troy Polamalu back there that can cover ground like no other. So I got Troy Polamalu as who I'm stealing.
Completely understandable.
I don't think nobody.
Love my flying Hawaiian.
Go ahead and do your picks. Oh, you do your pick 4?
No. Chargers over Vikings is Thursday night. He got the Vikings over Chargers. I'm going Chargers over Vikings. Broncos over Cowboys. I think that's going to be a close game. It could go either way. Packers over Steelers. I don't know what made him think the Steelers would beat the Packers, but hey, it's cool.
Watch them out, man.
Chiefs over the Commanders. And, of course, my last pick, which is the 5, is a bonus I'm giving to the subscribers and my pod brothers. The Bengals will beat the Jets this week.
You said the Jets going to beat the Bengals?
No, bad connection. Bengals will beat the Jets this week.
You said Justin Fields going off for 200.
Yeah, Justin Fields might not even play.
All right. We're going to go with our second note segment. And let's start with you, Mr. KD. The Final 4 for the NBA season upcoming. So 2 in the East, 2 in the West. What's your Final 4? You ain't got to pick your champion or none of that. Just the last 4 that's going to be left on the floor is on you, Mr. KD.
OKC, Denver. I don't think that'll be too surprising to too many people. That's going to be my final 2 in the West. Final 2 out East. I got a surprise in store. I got Cleveland and Milwaukee. Like I said, Giannis is coming into this season disrespected. I like the Cole Anthony pickup. I like the Gary Harris pickup. I don't know how much he'll play in the rotation, but he's a vet shooter, defender that's available to them. I like another year with Kevin Porter Jr. I expect growth from him. I expect some type of consistency from Kyle Kuzma. I might be crazy for saying that out loud, but I expect some type of consistency from Kyle Kuzma. And I love the Miles Turner pickup, really. As I really love it, the fact that you was able to keep Bobby Portis and pick up Miles Turner. So I think the Bucks are going to have a good season this year. I think they're going to be so under the radar. The most hesitant thing about the Bucks to me, and IT probably know where I'm going with this, is Doc Rivers. It's hard for me to go with a Doc Rivers-led team, but that's what I'm going with. OKC, Denver in the West, Cavs and Bucks in the East. All right, give me a surprise, man. Don't be stuck. Don't stick to the script.
Oh no, I mean the West. You actually like we was on the same with the West. With the East, I did have Cleveland, but for the second team, I didn't know. I was in a toss up. I was in a toss up really, Because I mean, you do make a lot of sense with Milwaukee, but I actually got the Knicks.
Ah,
I got the
you
Knicks.
going with your arch nemesis there.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that. That's the Knicks was in parentheses next to the Bucks, so I guess we agree. I just went out on a limb and went with Giannis. But yeah, they was on my notes too.
Yeah, I just don't. I feel like the lack of shooters in Milwaukee is going to be
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
is going to be the
definitely.
reason why they're not going to do too well.
Even though Cole Anthony can shoot a little bit, Gary Harris, if they play him, he can shoot. Kevin Porter Jr., Miles Turner, they got some shooters. It's just not no what you would say knockdown consistent guys, strictly shooters, and you need that around Giannis, of course. But
Yeah.
I just think Giannis gonna have a crazy year. I really do.
All right. With that being said, I need y'all to remember one thing: we ain't gonna play. We out.